Alright, what's happening, Nintendo gamers? I am here to give you guys my E3 predictions. Now, I'm going to keep these solely to Nintendo and solely on the Wii U. If it were up to me, there wouldn't be any talk of the 3DS at the system, at the conference, because there's just so much to talk about at the Wii U. Of course, that's unrealistic. They're probably going to talk about the 3DS for maybe like 15 minutes or so, and then they'll probably transition to the Wii U for the remaining 45. Alright, so let's get into it. Sorry, actually, before I start, I just want to talk about the leaked pictures for the new Wii U design. I think we can all accept that this is legitimate and this is actually what the controller looks like. And I like it a lot. I think it is an improvement on the original design. Only thing is that it does look even wider than before, and that's a little bit bothersome, but I think that's just to make room for the other adjustments, and those other adjustments would be the control sticks instead of slide pads. Thank God they changed it, because, I mean, I've tried the slide pad on the 3DS a little bit, and it works for handhelds, but I don't see that being a good transition for, home consoles, and that just wouldn't work. And these thumbsticks look a lot like the nunchuck control sticks, but I think the nunchuck one had the what's it called, like octagon thing for every direction around the circle, whereas these control sticks, I gotta stop saying that. If I say stick, then I mean these good control sticks. But I'm going to probably say circle sticks every once in a while. So these circle sticks, they have circles around them instead of the octagon instead. So that means it could be a little more free. I don't know. I think that's I like the circle better than the octagon. And and then also people are saying that these could be designed to be clickable, kind of like the 360 controller, how it can click down, and I think that is something that Nintendo really should add, especially if they want their ports to be really easy and smooth for developers. I think that's something that they really need. And then mainly that's all I wanted to talk about is the control sticks. I'm really glad they added those. Everything else about this controller is a mystery. Oh, and the Wii U name is not going to change. It's been clarified. Like, you know, nobody likes that name, but it doesn't affect what the controller and the console does in any way. You know, they could call Xbox the Happy Rainbow system. It's still going to be the powerful powerhouse that it is today, and it's still going to play Halo. It really doesn't matter what the system's called. It's the only way it's going to bother you is when you're having a conversation and you have to say it. That's the only time it's going to bother you. So yeah, let's move on to... Alright, there's two different scenarios. If they don't allow third party to present, this is what I want to see. So we all know that they're going to show Mario, and there's no question about that. But I need to see a new Mario that is drastically different than previous Marios. If it's anything remotely resembling New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I simply won't buy it, and everyone has the right to say that 2D Mario is milked if they release this new Super Mario Bros. Wii U, because I mean it's just so, I mean, especially if it's anything like the demo they demonstrated last year, it's not even worth a full game. A download maybe, it's hardly worth a download because they'll just be so similar, it'll be the same game basically, and I don't know, 2D Marios just aren't as interesting as the 3D ones. So, but you know, a lot of people say the Mario brand itself is milked. I don't think it's milked, except for Mario Party, because you do get variety with every single game, unlike Mario Party, which is just boring as hell now. Alright, so moving on from Mario. Alright, I want to say the word guarantee, but I can't do that. I promise, I can't think of a word to accurately describe how I feel about this, but it's like, I'm almost 100% certain that the secret game Retro Studios is working on, and the one that they're probably going to reveal, is not a Metroid and Star Fox fusion. That seems really unlikely. I mean, that'd be great if they did, and I'd be all for it. But it seems a bit too weird, and it's not something that Nintendo would do. But I am 100% sure, or I'm almost 100% sure, that the game Retro Studios is working on is the next Star Fox. And the reason for that being is a couple months ago, the Retro Studios was asked, now that you guys are done with Donkey Kong Country, what are you guys going to work on? And so then they responded with this exact quote. I'm going to read it word for word. While some suggest this new project is likely to be a return to the Metroid franchises, we'd love to see another Nintendo hero get the retro stamp of excellence. After all, having rolled out the barrels for Donkey Kong, perhaps it's time Retro pulled off a barrel roll of a different kind. That last sentence gives it all away. That is a huge hint. They clearly meant for that to be a nudge to any gamer who is familiar with Star Fox. I really hope it's Star Fox. They could do great things with the Wii U and Star Fox. It's got to have a good campaign, but the multiplayer, but it has to have outstanding multiplayer. It has to last a long time. Personally, I'd be okay with just an HD Star Fox Assault. I mean, that style of gameplay. I liked Star Fox Assault. I know there's people that don't out there, but I do. And I don't care what the multiplayer is like, as long as it's good and it lasts a long time and it's fun to play with others. And they should also add video chat. How the 3DS Star Fox had that video chat. That would be really cool, especially for the Wii U. The Wii U should totally be able to handle that. Next, we know that Pikmin 3 will be shown. That's a fact. There's no denying it. Miyamoto himself said he's going to talk about it at E3. I'm not particularly a Pikmin fan. It does look interesting. I'm totally open to playing it, and I think I've played it a little bit before, but I've never played it thoroughly. It does look fun, and I will get it if it comes out on the Wii U. And then Miyamoto's new IP, he's going to talk about it. I'm pretty excited about it, and as long as it's not like a really complicated JRPG or something like that, because that's not really my type of game. I'm hoping it's something fresh and new, kind of like a new face of Nintendo, kind of like how Mario and Kirby and Zelda and Star Fox and Metroid Samus, they're like Nintendo's flagship characters. I think they need a new one of those, and mostly I want a new one so that they can throw it into Smash Bros. But I think that'd be really interesting if they did something like that, and they could be really good for Nintendo. People can stop nagging on them for rehashing franchises, and they can have something new. Then they're going to talk about Nintendo Network. There's not much to say about that other than I'm betting it's going to be similar to the PlayStation Network. It's probably going to be free, and they might... I don't know. It's really hard to predict what Nintendo Network is going to be like, but we know it's going to be solid, and it's going to work. At the bare minimum, it'll function better, because the Wii one just was hardly functional. The online only works in like 4 games on the Wii U, and on the original Wii, sorry. So Nintendo Network is at least gonna get the job done, and as long as it does that, I'll be happy, and we can move on with our lives. Alright, so that was Section 1. In Section 2, this is if the third parties are allowed to present at the Nintendo conference. So what I'm thinking about is, if they don't allow it, then it'll just be Reggie and Miyamoto and, forget the other guy's name right now, Satoru Iwata. It will be just those 3 guys talking about strictly Nintendo first-party games, and then they'd only like mention, oh, we got these third-party titles too. But what I'm hoping is that it'll be more like Microsoft conferences, when I'm not saying that they should model Microsoft conference, but, well, actually, sorry, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, is that they should have the Nintendo people come up, like Reggie and Iwata and Miyamoto come up, and then they say, yay, we got all these things, and then they pass it on to, for example, Ubisoft, because Ubisoft is, like, making out with Wii U right now. They love it so much. which is a good thing. Ubisoft's got some pretty good things lined up for the Wii U. Unfortunately, Ubisoft's presentation is a day before Nintendo's, so that means that they're not allowed to talk about the Wii U much, other than remind us of what the titles that are coming to the Wii U, probably. So that's unfortunate. But pretty much most of the things I'm talking about, or, well, not most, half of what I'm talking about right now is Ubisoft. So, from Ubisoft, we got Killer Freaks, which I hope they talk about during this conference. And that'd be pretty interesting, because they showed last year, I don't know how many people actually saw this video, but there's a video of, like, a smaller discussion about Killer Freaks, and they actually showed some gameplay. You guys can look it up. It was like, I don't really know what keywords to give you, but just try and search for it after I give you this description. So it was like two guys who had, they each had a Wii U, I think. They were probably playing online, and they were having verses, and they were doing asymmetrical gameplay. Like, one guy was doing RTS, and the other guy was doing first-person shooter. It's really good. I don't have time to talk about it in detail, but just look it up. It's very interesting, and I hope that that is a final feature in the game, and that they talk about that. And it might have online co-op. It could be like a Left 4 Dead for Wii U, which would be awesome. Now, another game, I'm pretty sure everybody wants to see how Batman is going to be on the Wii U. Unfortunately, I'm not so sure that they're going to show that at the conference due to, like, time limit. I'm sure they want to show off how Batman's unique on the Wii U, and that's not saying that they're not going to show it after the conference, because remember, E3 is a whole week, it's not those 3 days. So, they do have time to show that, like, after the conference. So that's what I'm betting. That's when we'll learn about how it works. And then I'm hoping during the conference, if they allow it, Assassin's Creed 3 will be demoed on the Wii U. Unlikely, but it's possible. If not, it'll end up the same way that I just described Batman. It'll be shown after the show. And then they'll talk about Lego City Stories, which we haven't heard anything about since pretty much last year's E3. And what that, just to jog you guys' memory, it's basically GTA with Legos, and it sounds pretty fun, but I don't know, I'm not hooked on it. But it's definitely got me interested, because I've played a lot of Lego games, and they're all pretty similar. So hopefully this will offer something new. And overall, you guys, at the very end of the conference, you can bet that Nintendo has a trick up their sleeve, and it's going to shock people. Personally, I'm hoping it's going to even BioShock people. Aha, aha, pun intended. So, I mean, it's not necessarily that they're going to announce BioShock, but that would be nice, and that's what I'm hoping it is, but, it's probably something that we have no clue about, and they're just going to drop it on everybody, and we're going to be like, what? That's something Nintendo's never done before. So it's just going to be a really awesome conference to watch, you guys. This was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but I kept it shorter than I thought it would be had I gone long. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired, you guys. Alright, you guys have a good week. Enjoy E3. I definitely have it set on my DVR. I cannot wait to watch that thing. So yeah, happy gaming, guys. I just stole that ending. I will talk to you guys later. So enjoy E3. Enjoy the overflow of news we're going to get next week. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good E3.